Hey guys, spiritual whistleblower here. Good. What's today? Today's Tuesday. So, guess what? Labor Day weekend is coming up this weekend, and guess where I will be? Chicago this Saturday, Detroit on Sunday. And I'm going to tell y'all now, you better get your tickets. People have been buying their tickets. I'm really excited because I love me some Chicago and I love Detroit. I always have a good time. And you guys receive me. It's one of my biggest groups. Chicago and Detroit never disappoint. I always have a great turnout. So this Saturday, September 3rd, I will be in Chi-Town. And for those of y'all wondering what part of Chicago, it's not the hood, okay? Think Rolling Meadows. I think it's Rolling Meadows. More like the suburbs, okay? Detroit, it's Farmington Mills. That's the area. You will get the exact address when you pay for your ticket, and that's for your safety and mine. I never publicize my events, and that's because we all are survivors of domestic violence, and I'm very mindful. I don't want to put my location or what we're doing, just to be on the safe side. So if you want a ticket, email me at chaneljasmine@gmail.com. I will pin my email down below. I will be in Toronto, Canada, Saturday, September 24th, and then Houston, Texas, holla. Houston, October 1st. That's a Saturday. Y'all get y'all tickets. Okay, so what do I want to talk about this morning? Well, first of all, yesterday I had a health scare, and I'm in good health, but all my girlfriends are talking about getting the IV treatment if you have low iron anemia, and I do. I'm anemic. And I tried the IV. I went to go see my hematologist doctor yesterday. And because I have really excellent insurance, he said, we can start you right now here in the office on the IV. You don't have to wait till next week for your, to start it. And I said, well, cool. I want to try it. My iron is low. Got to get it up, So they put me on, I forget the name of it. I think it starts with an I or an L. I'll get the exact name of the concoction, the cocktail. They put in my IV. Y'all, I kid y'all not. Within the first 10, I want to say 20, 25 seconds, my body shut down. I went into shock. And I do know, what is it called? It's anaphylactic. I think I'm saying it wrong. It's when your body goes into shock. I could tell you what happened. My body did not like the iron. I think it was too concentrated. My breathing cut off. Like I stopped breathing. Like I panicked. I broke out sweating. I could feel my heart pounding. The heart palpitations were very hard. And felt like my heart was pounding through my chest. I started trembling really bad, and I called for help. I screamed out for help. I said, stop the machine, stop the machine, stop the machine. Oh my God, stop the machine. And the nurses were frantically, I had them frantically. They're like, okay, hold on. We're going to flush it out. They stopped the IV, they flushed it out, and they brought over. I started throwing up. I vomited. And then the strangest thing, and I had to go to the bathroom. I had diarrhea. My body, I could just feel my organs on the inside just like what the fuck? But the craziest shit that happened out of all of that, I had severe, and when I say severe, menstrual cramps. It felt like I was going into labor with my daughter, about to give birth to a baby. That's how bad the cramping was in the menstrual. I was like, what is going on with my body? Oh my God. And they gave me pain meds. And then the hematologist, my doctor, he came, he told them, he said, give her some Benadryl. And I guess the Benadryl is supposed to relax you and put you to sleep. And he said, you can restart it. But I never recovered. I struggled with the recovery. So they called him back in. He said, don't put her back on the IV. We'll bring her back in next week and put her on a less concentrated. I never recovered. What they did was they gave me pain meds. I threw the pain meds up. My stomach, I was just throwing up. I was so sick. I couldn't keep the pain meds down. But the Benadryl they gave me through the IV. And the Benadryl is what saved me because it put me to sleep. And when I woke up, I had slept all that stuff off. I felt so much better. Y'all, if you're considering on getting an iron transfusion, please, there are side effects. Even though the doctor told me my condition is very rare. When your body goes into shock and reaction in response to the iron, it's very rare, but it does happen. He did tell me too that my blood sugar was kind of low, so maybe that would have been a factor. But I'll keep y'all updated on the iron stuff. But it was quite an experience yesterday. I've never. So let me get into this video. I want to talk about friendships. You know, this is why I keep to myself, or if I do have friends around, I like to keep one friend at a time. I don't do groups of friends. I don't, you know, when you see me with one specific girlfriend, it means she's very special to me. She thinks like me. We got each other's back, not just in front of people, but when nobody's looking and it comes down to your character being tested, I'm going to be a down-ass friend when nobody's looking, which means if you're broke, if you're, you know, something's going on, I'm going to cover for you and nobody's going to ever know about it. I'm never going to be that type of friend to humiliate you or expose you or embarrass you. You know, if you're broke and you can't come up with your part of the money or something like that, I'll cover for you. And I will never tell anybody about it. But when you're dealing with a narcissist amongst a group of friends, and we need to have this discussion because a lot of people ask me to do more videos on toxic friendships, and I really have not done so, and I'm going to start doing more. But I've mastered the art of getting away from narcissistic friends, narcissistic friendships. I've mastered it so well, like I can do it without blinking, and I'm going to help y'all do it. Have you ever had like a group of friends? And in the beginning, because you know in the beginning, it's always good. The narcissist is always on their best behavior in the very beginning. They're charming. They're the life of the party. They're bubbly. Oh, they're just sparkly. Everybody loves their personality. They're just all over the place. They're everything, right? Everything's good in the beginning amongst y'all groups of friends. But what happens, this is what the narcissist does, and I've dealt with many of them. I've dealt with many of them to the point their behavior is so predictable and so textbook, I shut it down. The moment I see a pattern of this behavior, I get away. I'm not going to confront. I'm not going to bring it up because it is very pointless to address or confront a narcissist on their behavior. You're going to get absolutely nowhere. They're just going to gaslight you and turn it back. They're going to spin it and turn it back around on you. Don't do it. You cut them off, disconnect, block, and keep it pushing. That's how you deal with them. And in a really nonverbal way, you're communicating to them that you know they ain't about shit, and you know they move like snakes, and you know you're letting them know without telling them that I got your number. I know what you're about. And I'm not going to fuck with you, and you're not going to use me, and you're not going to latch on to me and game over with me. I don't give a fuck what you do with everybody else, but you're not going to run no game on me. So you don't have to verbally. Dr. Ramani has videos on this, y'all. There's so many videos on why you should never confront a narcissistic person because it never goes well. What Dr. Ramani and so many other experts advise, and I have done this myself and I totally agree, is when you start noticing a pattern of toxic narcissistic behavior, you don't confront them, you cut them off. You either gradually pull away until they're completely blocked out of your life, or you can abruptly cut them off and block them on everything. But that's the solution. You never confront them. You have to go strict. You cut them off, block them, go strict, no contact. And this is what's going to happen. You have a group of friends, right? The narcissist, everything's going great in the beginning. Everybody's hanging out. Everybody's going, might go to the club, might go on vacation together. Everybody's getting along. Everyone's having a good time. What the narcissist is doing when he's in this group of people and everyone's having a good time, he's in predator mode also. He's being a predator because that's what narcs are. They're fucking predators. And what he's doing is he's studying all his friends' behavior. He's studying everybody's personality. He's studying to see who's more gullible, who's more laid back, who can be manipulated, who has more money. Because narcissists are obsessed with people's wealth, their money. So out of all the friends, whoever makes the most money, whoever's the most wealthiest, whoever has the most, got it going on in the financial area, the narcissist is really going to be attracted to them. They're obsessed with money and wealth. So the narcissist, what they're doing is they're picking apart everybody's personality and seeing what he can get out of everybody, how he can attach himself to everybody, how he can benefit from each of these friendships. If he can't benefit, he's going to start picking apart people's toxic traits and how he can divide and conquer. So that's the next thing. After he studies and figures out everybody in the group of friendships, he now has to do divide and conquer. This is what triangulation is about. So what he does, he's a great gossiper. He'll go over here with one friend and gossip about this friend. He'll go over here to this friend and gossip about that friend. He talks about everybody behind their backs like a dog. Now, if he has one favorite friend out the group, he may not talk negative about that friend because he's fearful that all the other friends will go back and tell this one friend, this friend might have more money than everybody. So the narcissist doesn't want to burn bridges with this friend. So he's going to be very careful by not talking shit about this one friend who has all this money. So, he may not talk shit about that friend because he doesn't want word to get back. And then the word gets back, and then that friend with the money is like, oh, you talking about me like a dog? Oh, fuck you. So the narc is very strategic. He's very calculated. And what he's going to do is this game of divide and conquer amongst a group of friends. And the group of friends is not going to know this because the narcissist is so sneaky with it and so secretive. He's going to be talking about everybody and trying to pit everybody against each other, but he's going to do it in a way where everybody is oblivious. They don't know. So when you start catching on to this behavior, what's going to happen is the narcissist eventually, they always slip up. See, they think they're so slick and so smooth and they're on top of their game. No, they are not. Eventually, they will slip. And how do they slip and how can you catch them? My advice to you is stop focusing on their behavior when everybody's around. Because when everybody's around, everybody's out partying and everybody's in a group, friends are hanging together, the narc's going to be on his best behavior. It isn't until you get that narcissist alone, one-on-one, and you study his behavior when nobody's looking. And I guarantee you're going to find some discrepancies. You're going to find some inconsistencies. The way that he treats one person, one of your friends, you're going to notice he doesn't treat that friend that way. He treats every friend differently when nobody's looking. And that's a huge red flag. And when he starts treating you differently, like he might treat one friend better than this friend, and he might talk about this friend to you, it's not just how he treats you. If he fucks up with you, you got to pay attention to how he treats other people. If there's any inconsistencies with his behavior and how he treats all his friends individually when nobody's looking, then you can make a really calculated and very intelligent decision to cut that narcissist off because you've seen enough. You've seen this toxic pattern of behavior. It's starting to really get underneath your skin. Cut him off, block him. But what's going to happen when you cut him off and block him? He's going to run to that group of friends. He's going to say, oh, she cut me off. She cut me off. I don't know what she did. Because he's going to try to use your friends as flying monkeys to pry information out of you. He's going to be paranoid. He doesn't want you talking bad. He doesn't want you exposing him to the rest of the group of the friends. And this is where you tell your friends, listen, I'm not going to say anything. I know he did something to me. I choose not to talk about it. I choose to disengage and separate. Y'all can remain friends. I don't want to damage our relationship with this individual, but he's not for me. Do not bring no information to me. Do not pass messages. I'm done. He's dead to me. Okay? And you tell your friends if you keep passing messages, then it's going to affect our relationship. You can be friends. I don't want to come between y'all relationship. You continue to deal with him. I'm done with him. That narc is going to repeat his toxic behavior eventually with the rest of the group. But you have set a strong boundary and you've communicated non-verbally to the narcissist, I'm on to you and you cannot play them games with me and you cannot use me. Go play with the rest of the group. I'm done. I hope this has been helpful. Let's talk about it, y'all. Have you ever had a toxic friend act the fool and divide and conquer and play these games amongst a group of friends and you caught on to it? Let's hear about it. Chicago and Detroit, I'll see y'all this weekend. Spiritual Whistleblower, I love you guys.